Hello everybody, it's Radio Card Game here, and welcome to the first banlist discussion of this channel. As you probably already have seen on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube too, everybody's talking about this new Forbidden Unlimited list, and of course I couldn't do otherwise. But before jumping into it, I'd like to say that it's not a live reaction. I don't particularly like those because even though it's funny to see how people act in front of new changes, for the discussion it's better I thought about those before talking. But I'm rambling at this point, so let's talk about what happened. The first new forbidden card that appeared in the page is Blackwing Gofu the Vague Shadow. I don't agree with this hit. I find it too harsh, to be honest. Not just because rock decks need it to make Deco Talker with ease before going into the actual extra deck monsters, but also because it's a good one card removal in form of Ningetsu that help us getting rid of powerful monsters like Bottle Dragon, for example. But maybe I can see why Konami banned this card, and it may be for the same reason why he hit the following card. So I come back in a second. The next forbidden was a limited status too, and it's Dandelion. Again, another token producer, more powerful, not hard once per turn. While the OCG put it from 2 to 1, here in the TCG they decided to ban it at all, and it could be a reasonable choice for the foreseeable future. As for Gofu, I'll say why later. The third card I want to talk about is not a third on the list, but I think that comes alongside with the other two previous one, Levelita. And so it happened. One of the most hated cards of these last 2 years is gone. Now let's try to explain why they hit these cards, but first I just want to point out that I feel bad for all of them, not only because they are degenerate and I love degeneracy, but also because they didn't manage to play them with the actual Link Masters that bring them to the other level. And I'm talking about Crystal Needle Fiber for Gofu, Cherubini Black Angel of the Burning Abyss, and Aromaseraphy Jasmine for Dandelion, and lastly, Link Rebo for Levelita. But, well, we don't have those links, so why did I hit these poor monsters? Well, we don't have them quite yet. Remember that this list will be uploaded no sooner than April, and until then we will have the legendary collection of Kaiba that could actually bring us some exclusive cards from the OCG, just like they used to do with the Premium Gold and with Duelist Saga, all products released in March. So, are these hits and hint for all of us? We'll see. The next card is kind of a special guest here, and I'll be completely honest with you, I didn't see it coming, like at all. Double Iris Magician. Provider of 3 pluses and searcher of star and time pendulum graph, is also considered itself a pendulum card, so it's searchable by Duelist Stallions and performable Skullcrobat Joker. If it wasn't that this card is banned too, the only good normal summon of the deck has been eradicated. Even though it provides a search for 3 different archetypes, I find it maybe too harsh. Just put it at 1 without being so drastic. But you know, with Joker at 1, seeing it the Magician would have been quite like Gofu with all the other decks. At 1, a 1-off that gives you way too much advantage. The last card in the forbidden status is... oh god, I have to say it. Yeah, you guessed it. Maxi. I know I was wrong. Maybe Konami watched my video and felt offended by my words. And so it happened that they actually decided to make a move. Jokes apart, I'm glad they did something with this card. I'm glad they took a decision, because it proves that they are strong and they got a brave heart. Okay, so I would have preferred it at 2, but at least it's not at 1 anymore. And also, for the first time, we will play without worrying about our opponents having a maxi, and it's an unknown feeling that I can't wait to experience. And that's it for the newly forbidden cards. About the limited, we start with a really big name, Apocryphal Towers, also known as Killa. There is not so much to say about this card. Scout is still limited, and without it at free, the deck can't do anything. Let's take a look to the OCG, for example. They got the whole archetype at full force, and it's not relevant, like, at all. I get it is really powerful boss monster that for someone shouldn't exist, but I'm glad that it's back because I like boss monsters that have very strong built-in protections. Also keep in mind that Killer is not immune to Link Monster's effect, since it says that is immune to the effect of monsters which level or ranks is lower than its own. So Link Monsters are completely unaffected by this card. The second newly limited card is completely unexpected, more than Double Iris to be honest, since here in the TCG wasn't doing anything, and it's Grinder Golem. I feel bad for this card, not only because, like I said previously, I like degenerate cards like this, that provides you a ton of shenanigans, but also because I bought a playset a month ago and I didn't even manage to use them, because we didn't have Scolded nor Security Dragon. But maybe, as for Levelita and the others, this is a sign that we are getting Security soon. Next, we find Performage Demo Juggler. Smells like Duel made again. Well, we don't have Construct Back, neither Flash Fire, so what's the problem with unbanning it? Also, I'm interested to see what it's capable of doing in the 60 cards deck, because you can set it to the grave with Brilliant Fusion and add a trick from your deck that special summon itself, and it's enough monsters, just like Seraphinite, so you can make Mrs. Radiant from there and you still go to normal summons. Yeah, and Gofu was too powerful, right? The following card is really interesting. Just kidding, this is insane, useless, and it proves like the TCG is a ship of the OCG. Firewall Dragon at 1. Like, what were they thinking when they did it? There is no way Firewall Dragon got limited. I mean, we don't even have the Tremors or Needle Fever or Security Dragon to fully abuse the Grinder combos, so why even bother? The only deck that was playing Firewall was Spiral, and it barely used it. The only actual good use from this card was in Tricksters with their Licorice Lalibel loop, and that's it. I'm so pissed. Don't get me wrong, I only got a single copy of Firewall, so it's not a personal reason. I just don't understand why they did it. It's pointless, really. Firewall sucks as a card. It's really bad. Really bad. At 1, it's even worse. But let's pretend that didn't happen. The next card instead is interesting for real, and everybody was talking about it and expecting to come off the ban list. Monster Reborn. Oh boy, the last time I played this card was in my beloved Gladiator Beast deck back then in 2008. I love this card so much, even though it's really powerful, and I say more. I think we need more of this powerful one-off in this game. Like in the OCG they've got Card Destruction or Pot of Avarice. Can't wait to play the original artwork of the card too. The ban list follows with Spiral Resort, 3+1 every turn, makes untargetable all the monsters and shuffle back monsters into the deck. Should I say more? Also at 1, playing Master Plan is a huge risk. Glad I did. Not because I had the deck, don't get me wrong, but just because it's time to shake up the format, you know. And in what better way you can do that if you don't unban really powerful cards like Monster Reborn or, yeah, Solemn Judgment. Oh boy, again, I'm so excited to play Judgment again. Maybe it's a commercial move to push the counterfeit deck. I don't even know if they reprinted it there, and I don't really care, to be honest. Captain of the Solemn Brigade. It's good to have you back. For the semi-limited section, there is nothing new, mainly because Konami completely skipped it, putting cards directly at 3. Again, Konami, you got a brave heart. Artifact Moral Touch is back at 3. Glad to see it. I played Hat back then, and it's quite useless now since summoning Size of Sanctum is more effective. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy the Beginning, really powerful card, searchable by the new Noble Knight Link monster, is old. I doubt will be relevant again. Card Trooper, Oh my god. Get ready for Trooper Machine Dupe, guys. 60 cards deck and Infernoids are going to like this. Infernoid in particular, since you can then pop Trooper with Infernoid Harmonic and draw one. Yeah, I can't wait to use these cards. Thunder King Ryo. Okay, I guess. But I hate stun decks that are a mishmash of generic good Floodgate-like monsters and a ton of trap cards, so yeah. Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Wrong Brionac in my opinion, with errata is useless. Brain Control, cool, just like Brionac. Ice Shadow Fusion, still no construct? Come on Konami, you can do better than this. Future Fusion, even though with errata is still quite good, the only deck that could replay it right now is Infernoid, but they have a dim searchable Future Fusion called Void Imagination, so no problem. Maybe in the future with new fusion decks, who knows? Mind Control. See, this is right what I was talking about when I said previously, I want more generic powerful cards. With a link format, I can genuinely see this card be played at least in the side against link-based decks. Completely like it. Preparation of Rites for Vendred? Oh right, they suck because they gave them just one single ritual spell card. Just kidding, I mean, I'm serious about the Vendreds, but I like this card at free. Really useful for a mechanic that struggles to be competitive. Last spell card is Sacrifice. Really powerful searchable card by a still one-off scout. Like Killer, it helps the deck, but without Scouted free is pointless. With the no longer in the list trap cards, some decks received a notable boost. Bottomless Trap Hole and Torrential Tribute can help stun decks, and the second one could be particularly useful in Draco. We will see their relevance in the metagame. But I'm quite sure that Torrential Tribute will be relevant because it's more powerful than Bottomless and it's a board wipe. And we know about board wipe that they of course they're really good. The other two cards are the worst thing in this ban in my opinion. Ceasefire and Ojama Trio. Like, why? what were they thinking again? Why helping Barn decks? I don't get it. Hope we won't see Barn decks winning the live streams on the next YCSs. Yeah, of course, you can use the tokens of Ojama Trio for Link Summon, but still. Well, guys, that's it for the ban list. I already said my particular thoughts on every single card, but now I feel like I should give an opinion overall. I really like this list and I consider it at 8.5 or 9ish out of 10. Except for the two Barn cards, I appreciated all the moves. Even though I feel sad for the Bastille Link combo cards that got the deck, I would have liked to see Construct and or Dangling Limited to help Zephyras and to see what the Shuttle Engine would have been able of doing. Also, Shooting of the Necrots would have been fine. A particular thought about True Deco. They should limit or just ban Masterpiece and limit Dynamite, so the deck is at least playable in a reasonable way. Talking about True Dracos, maybe they will come back after the ban list. Also because Torrential Tribute is at free. Pendulum Magician are not completely dead, but I'm interested to see how the deck evolves after Double Iris and Joker banned. Maybe we are getting Dice Revolution Dragon too? We'll see. Spiral instead, they are completely dead, just like happened in the OCG. Interesting enough, Trickstar are also untouched, but no surprise since it's not that good right now. The deck was stopping just because it was a really good hard counter to Spiral, and without the new cards the OCG has, it doesn't stand a chance against the other decks. Zephyras, on the other hand, will probably be good alongside with War Chalice and maybe 60 cards deck. Speaking of which, Omega dodged the ban list again. God damn it. Or even Infernoid. Shout out to Jama Juggler and Card Trooper at free. I'm really looking forward to YCS Atlanta and Bochum this month. The game is probably changed a lot and in a good way in my opinion. But let's wrap up for this video. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like the ban list? What other things did you want to see? How the meta will change in your opinion, and which decks will you play? Let me know in the comment section below, leave a like and subscribe, and see you next time.